Hi, I'm Ben. Welcome to my book corner. We're doing a book tag video today. Thank you to Suey's Book Banter for mentioning me in their video. This is the quarter year crisis book tag. This is a quick tag just to see how we're doing with our targets year to date and if there's anywhere that we can improve, and also, more importantly, what have the highlights been so far. So there's a series of prompts which I have lost. Where are they? There they are. So we're just going to go through these. This should be a pretty quick video today. So, number one, how many books have you read so far? So, going up to the 1st of April, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I am at 44. 44 books, which puts me well ahead of my targets, which is nice. Question number 2. Right, stop it. No, that's notes for a review. Have you already found a book you think might be a 2024 favourite? And if not, what's the best book you've read so far this year? I have 3 books that I want to mention for this. The first one is Flamer by Mike Curato. This is a graphic novel that I read as part of the Banned Books Challenge. I will drop the review link at the top. This is a really powerful and affecting graphic novel looking at themes of bullying and identity for a young man who's suffering for a load of these things at the time. Really powerful. It's a banned book, should definitely be in schools because it could literally save someone's life. The second one is Butcher of the Forest by Premi Mohammed. This is a folklore-esque novella. Very much has sort of a grim fairy tales kind of vibe to it, about a woman who goes into an enchanted forest to save a child because she's the only one who ever has. It's really dark. It's really creepy. If you like your dark folk tales, you'll absolutely love it. That is a release from February this year. And the third one is a duology, technically, but it's the Six of Crows duology by Lee Bardugo. I left it ages to get around to these. I really, really wish that I hadn't. Each of the books are outstanding in their own right, but when you add them together as a full duology, they sort of smooth out any of the issues with each of the individual books in terms of time spent with characters and stuff like that. And overall, this is an incredibly well-balanced duology, which I highly recommend checking out. Still not read the Shadow and Bone series yet. I plan to get to that at some point in the near future. And I've also got the series that follows on from that, which I think, yeah, the King of Scars duology. So looking forward to that. Any 1-star books or least favourite book of the year? This is an easy one at the time of, well, up to April anyway. The Whistling by Rebecca Netley. It's not bad, it's just aggressively dull. If Magnolia was a book, it would be that book. It's just aggressively boring. It's solidly written, but for a gothic horror, there's no suspense, there's very little atmosphere. None of the characters are particularly memorable. And nothing really lives long in the memory. All I can remember is the main character is called Elspeth. She's a nanny and she goes to a remote Scottish island. That's it. Also, the twist at the end was really unearned, which always pees me off a little bit. Next one, your most read genre so far. Fantasy, which is no great surprise. I've fallen very hard back into my preferred genre so far this year. YA as well, although they obviously cross over. And also, the books with the most tags have been LGBTQIA+ books as well. A book that surprised you. So I'm going to go for Fake Hearts and Zombie Parts for this one. This is a YA romance. I'm not a massive fan of romance generally, but the level of heart in this, which is a deliberate pun, honest, is really, really good. There's a good sense of humour. It moves along at a good pace. You have lovable characters dealing with realistic world issues. It's set in the UK, so there's a bit of British humour in there as well, which I'm always a bit partial to. Because, you know, I'm British and UK bias and all that. But absolutely loved it. It was a surprisingly chunky read at 400 pages for a YA romance, but it was really, really good. A book that's come out in 2024 already that you want to read but haven't yet. So there was 2 at the time of recording. The first one is Saint Sorrow Sinner by Freydis Moon. This is book 3 in the Gideon Testaments. And the other one, which has hardly got any reviews on Goodreads, I think it's sitting at 17 at the moment, is this one here, Hio the Hellmaker, which is just absolutely stunning. It's got a lot more artwork in it compared to most novels. I get the impression this is going to be if manga, anime, and novels had a baby, and I'm looking forward to reading that. That's going to be one of the books for this month, so can't wait to get to that one. Next one goal that you made that you're succeeding at. My actual reading list. I set a target of 60 books this year. To put it in perspective, my target last year was 52. Last year I did read a lot more than that, so I went for slightly higher, and I'm just blasting through. So I have revised it to 75. I'm probably going to have to revise it up again at some point because I am absolutely motoring through so far this year. And one goal you made that you need to focus on. I'm still trying to find the balance. I'm still not quite got there yet. The biggest thing, though, is that I wanted to do a live by now, and I haven't for one reason or another. I am getting there eventually. I'm soft planning to do a live when I hit 150 subs, which I hope to do by the end of May. And I've sort of created a few other little side goals, but I was not especially goal orientated for the channel itself anyway. So there we go. And finally, new to you booktubers, bookstagrammers, and booktokers for 2024. What I will do is I will go through my subs list. You're going to have to bear with me while I do this because I was under the impression you could sort this by who you thingied recently, and you apparently cannot anymore. So just give me a second. Alright, so I think these are my most recent subscriptions. They might not be, but I'm 90% sure. So we have the Erudite Adventurer, Book Chat with Pat, Marissa Thoman, Reading Ideas, and The Mild Rumpus. So go and check all those people out. They're all amazing. But there we go. That is my tag video for today. How are you all doing with your targets year to date? If you want to do this tag, if you tag me in it, that'd be grand so I can see how you're all are doing. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all soon.